Good morning, everybody. I will tell you some clinical case study. Here there is a 25-year-old the OPD with the history of this acute colic pain around the umbilicals, fever and vomiting. A day before, now pain in this right iliac fossa. So here you can see one clinical stage. After the end of this lecture, you should be able to know about the which are the diagnosis of this case. So on examination, the doctor found the area of this maximum tenderness at the McBurney's point. So what is the diagnose as a case of this study? So first you should be able to take the answer all the question after the end of this lecture. So what is the McBurney's point? You should know about this definition and you should know about the identification and palpation of this McBurney's point. It gives the anatomical basis of the pain in umbilicals and the latter in the iliac fossa in this case. And what is the common incision given by the surgeon if surgery is done? So these are the common question asked this clinical case. Now we will talk about the appendix. So what is the appendix? It is the worm-like diverticulum raised from the posteromedial walls of the cecum about the 2 cm below the ileocecal wall. So here you can see this position of this appendix. It lies in this narrow worm-like tubular diverticulum which is arise from the posteromedial wall of the cecum about the 2 cm below the ileocecal junction and it is sustained by the peritoneal fold. This fold name is given this mesoappendix. So appendix, it is nothing but the part of this peritoneum. So here in this peritoneal fold there is a suspension of this appendix. The breadth of this mesoappendix usually falls short of the length of the appendix. The body of this appendix is knit on itself where the free border of this mesoappendix and hence it is coiled like a worm and is named the vermiform appendix because it looks like a worm like appearance. So this name is given this vermiform appendix. Now position. So position of this appendix lies in this right iliac fossa. Although base of the appendix is fixed, the tip can point in any direction as described here. So the position are often compared to those of this hour of this hand. So either in clock of this position. So maximum the appendix may pass upward to the right. This is parabolic or the 11 o'clock position. It may lie behind the cecum or the colon, known as the retrocecal or the 12 o'clock position. The appendix may pass upward to the left point toward the spleen. This is the splenic or the 2 o'clock position. The appendix may lie in front of the ileum or the pre-ileal position or behind the ileum. Name is given this post-ileal position. The pre-ileal type is most dangerous type. It may be passed horizontally to the left as if position to the sacral promontory or the promontory or the 3 o'clock position. So this one are the different position of this appendix. It may descend into the pelvic folds, pelvic or the 4 o'clock position. This is the second most common position of the appendix. It may lie below the cecum or the subcecal position and may point towards the inguinal ligament called the midinguinal or the 6 o'clock position. So this one are the normally it lies at this right iliac fossa. But here there is a different position. So you see this maximum tenderness occur at the during this appendicitis there is a McBurney's point. It is junction between this umbilicals and this transpyloric plant. So what is the McBurney's point? When the surface anatomy, the base of the appendix is represented by the point about the 2 cm below the intersection between the transtubercular and the right lateral plan. This one are the transtubercular plan, this one are the right lateral plan. So these are the maximum tenderness at this point. This point name is given this McBurney's point. You see this McBurney's point is represented by a point at the junction of medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3. So this one are the lateral part, this one are the medial umbilicals to the anterior superior iliac spine. So this junction of junction of medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3 of the line which extend from the umbilicals to the right anterior superior iliac spine. This point indicate the maximum tenderness in a patient suffering from the inflammation of the appendix. So this point name is given the McBurney's point. So you see this diagram, this name is given this abdominal tonsil. Why this name is given the abdominal tonsil? Because there is a maximum lymphatic nodules aggregate here the wall of this appendix. These are the mucosal fold. Name is given this lining epithelium, simple column epithelium, lamina propria. These are the submucosal part. Here this within the submucosa there is a lymphatic aggregation of the lymphatic nodules. So name is given this tonsil because main function of this lymphatic nodules or the lymphatic aggregation are important in this immune system or in lymph node. It also helpful in this phagocytic effect. So third layer are the submucosa, then muscular is externa, and this one are this serosa. So these are the layer of this appendix. When you take the section under the microscope, this type of this appearance, you can see there is a 4 layer of this GIT. Mucosa, submucosa, muscularis externa and serosa. This 4 layer of this GIT. Here submucosal portion there is present the large amount of these lymphatic nodules. So these are the character features of this appendix. So bomb-like tubular diverticulum 2 cm to 20 cm long. Name it is looks like a worm-like, so name is given this vermiform appendix. Suspended by mesoappendix. It is part of large gut. It is devoid of this Taenia coli, circulation and appendicite epiploica. Lies in this right iliac fossa. So this one are this position or features of this appendix. Now appendicular orific. So appendicular orific situated on the posterior medial aspect of the cecum 2 cm below the ileocecal orific valve of this Gerlach's 2 cm below the junction of the transtubercular and the right lateral plan. McBurney's point at the junction of the medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3 of the line from the umbilicus to the right anterior superior iliac spine. So these are the appendicular orific. The appendicular orific is situated on the posterior medial aspect of the cecum, 2 cm below the ileocecal orific, and is occasionally guarded by an indistinct semilunar fold of the mucous membranes known as the walls of this Gerlach's. The orific is marked on the surface by the point situated 2 cm below the junction of the transtubercular and the right lateral plan, and McBurney's point at the site of the maximum tenderness in the appendicitis. The point lies at the junction of lateral 1/3 and the medial 2/3 of this line, joining the right anterior superior iliac spine to umbilicus. So this point name is given this McBurney's point. You see this diagram here, there is a appendicular orific, and this one are the lumen of this part of this cecum, or this one are this lumen of this small intestine, and this one are the this part are the diverticulum, and these are the terminal ileum. Here there is ileocecal valve or the valve ileocecal orific, and this one are the frenulum of this ileocecal valve. This one are the circulation of the ascending colon. This part are the terminal part of the cilium, and this part are the vermiform appendix open into the cecum. This orific name is given this appendicular orific. Now position and boundary. So mainly position of this appendix are in different presenting part. The appendix present base, body tips and the mesoappendix. The base is situated to the posterior medial wall of the cecum about the 2 cm below the ileocecal junction. All taenia of cecum coverage to the base and serve as a guide for the identification of the appendix. The body of this appendix is narrow, tubular, and they contain a canal which open into the cecum. The cecum opening is guarded by an incomplete mucosal fold, the wall of this Gerlach's. So this one are the position of this appendix, and McBurney's point at the maximum tenderness in this appendix. Here sometime during this ileoepigastric nerve and ileoinguinal nerve, it passes through this McBurney's point. You may give the anesthetic injection here for relieving of this pain. So this one at the McBurney's point. Now peritoneal fold and the recess. Here this fold name is given this fold of this Trevis and the bloodless fold. So First, peritoneal relation. The appendix is suspended by a small triangular fold. वो fold को हमने बोला है peritoneal fold called the mesoappendix or the appendicular mesentery. The fold pass upward behind the ileum and is attached to the left layer of this mesentery. So this one are this peritoneal fold or the recess fold of this trevis. This fold name is given this fold of this trevis, and this fold name is given this bloodless fold. This one are the vascular fold, this one are the bloodless fold, and this part name is given this bloodless fold is name is given this fold of this trevis. The peritoneal relation, mesoappendix or the appendicular mesentery, the fold pass upward behind the ileum and is attached to the left layer of this mesentery. Type of this appendix, subcecal type, paracolic type, 11 o'clock position, retrocecal and the retrocolic, 12 o'clock position, splenic type, post-ileal or the pre-ileal type, 2 o'clock position, promontoric type 3, 3 o'clock position, pelvic type 4 o'clock position, and mid-inguinal type 6 o'clock position. This one are the different position of this appendix. Here you can see this diagram, normal position of this appendix, and this one are the 11 o'clock position, paracolic, 12 o'clock, retrocolic, then 3 o'clock pre-ileal and post-ileal position. This part are the terminal part of this ileum. These are the promontoric or the 3 o'clock position. This one are the pelvic position, and this one are the mid-inguinal or the 6 o'clock position. So this one are the different position of this appendix, 12 o'clock retrocolic or the retrocecal, 11 o'clock paracolic, 2 o'clock splenic, either pre-ileal or the post-ileal, 3 o'clock position promontoric, 4 o'clock position pelvic, and 6 o'clock position mid-inguinal position. This one are the different position of this appendix. You see this diagram, there is a position of this appendix, either retroileal, this one are the pelvic, this one are the subcecal, mid-inguinal, pre-ileal, and the post-ileal position. Now position of this appendix, which are the maximum 75% there is a retrocolic and the retrocecal, and only 5% there is a subsplenic type or the retroileal and the pre-ileal. Subcecal and pelvic there is a 20% of this position of this appendix. Now blood supply. So blood supply, it is mainly supplied by this mainly supplied by this appendicular artery. So it is supplied by this appendicular artery, branch of this inferior division of this ileocolic artery. The artery pass behind the terminal part of this ileum and supply the entire organs and provide the recurrent branch toward the base where it anastomoses with the posterior cecal artery. The appendicular artery is an end artery, and the tip is less vascular to show that in obstruction of this artery, gangrenous change is observed in the tip. So this appendicular artery at the end artery. Why it is called end artery? Because there is no anastomosis, it is looks like a end artery. This one are the appendix mesentery. Within this mesentery, this branch name is given appendicular artery. It is branch of this ileocolic artery, the inferior division of this ileocolic artery. So superior mesenteric vein in the portal vein and ileocolic lymph node. This one are the venous drainage and this lymphatic drainage. So vein correspond to the artery and drain into the superior mesenteric vein or the portal system, and lymphatic drainage into the superior mesenteric lymph node via the ileocolic node. So ileocolic lymph node via the superior mesenteric lymph node. Now nerve supply. So nerve supply of the appendix derived from the sympathetic and parasympathetic. The sympathetic nerve fibers originate in the lower thoracic part of the spinal cord. T10 through the lesser splanchnic nerve and superior mesenteric flexus, and parasympathetic nerve fibers from the vagus nerve. So if there is refer pain of the appendix is felt at the umbilicals, then it shifts to the right iliac fossa. So parasympathetic nerves are derived from the both vagus nerve, and sympathetic nerve are derived from the superior mesenteric flexus, and the preganglionic fibers come from the T10 segment of the spinal cord. This explains why the inflammation of the appendix, the pain is sometimes referred to the umbilicals region. So these are the nerve supply of this appendix. Referred pain clinical correlation. If there is inflammation of the appendix, its name is given this appendicitis. So inflammation of the appendix is known as the appendicitis seen in adolescent age. In this condition, it is usually necessary to remove the appendix. The operation for removal of this appendix is called the appendicectomy. Some anatomical fact relevant to the diagnosis, the treatment of the appendix are as pain caused by the appendicitis is first felt in the region of this umbilicus. This referred pain name is given this McBurney's point. So maximum tenderness at the McBurney's point. Then the fact that both the appendix and these umbilicals are innervated by the segmented end of the spinal cord. Appendix by sympathetic fiber and the umbilicals by the somatic fibers. This increase the inflammation, pain and filled in this right iliac fossa. This is caused by the involvement of this parietal peritoneum of the region. So remember that parietal peritoneum is the sensitive to the pain, but visceral peritoneum is not. So appendicitis is common because the presence of the lymphatic follicle in the submucosa, appendicular artery is an artery. As the lumen is small, it gets obstructed by the ficolith. Gap in muscularis externa cause fast spread of this infection. So these are the maximum inflammation for the appendicitis because its blood supply is end artery. Lumen is small, it gets obstructed by the ficolith, presence of the lymphatic follicle in submucosa, pain of its first felt around the umbilicus. This is referred pain. Then pain shift to the right iliac fossa. Here the pain is localized and severe. So malignant growth or the diverticulosis and the intussusception. These are the another applied anatomy related to the appendix. Inflammation of appendix को हमने बोला appendicitis. Usually manifest by the pain, vomiting, temperature. The pain is often felt first in umbilical region, then it is shifted at the McBurney's point. The by typical clinical features may not be observed, but it patient experience pain on the exertion of the right hip joint due to the tension of this irritated right psoas major muscles. Psoas test, the anatomical factor producing the inflammation may be appendix is a blind tube, a ficolith may obstructed the lumen, and the precipitated the attack of the appendicitis. It's supplied by end artery, presence of this hiatus muscularis, presence of this numerous lymphatic follicles in the submucosa cord. So these are the common condition if there is a maximum tendon this McBurney's point. So what is the appendicitis? It is nothing but there is a inflammation, maybe it is blind tube supplied by the end artery, presence of this hiatus muscularis, presence of the lymphatic follicle in submucous cord, appendicectomy, it is the operation for removal of this appendix. And here there is a maximum tenderness and the rigidity at this point, name is given this McBurney's point. So McBurney's point, it is the site of the maximum tenderness in appendicitis. The point lies at the junction of lateral 1/3 and the medial 2/3 of this line joining the umbilicals to the anterior superior spine. It corresponds roughly to the position of this page of appendix. So an examination of the case of acute appendicitis relevant if there is a physician sign hyperparesthesia in the right iliac fossa, tenderness at the McBurney's point, and muscle guard and the rebound tenderness over the appendix. These one are the typical sign of this appendicitis. When when the appendix is retrocecal, extension of this hip joint may cause pain because the appendix is disrupted by the stretching of the psoas major muscles. So pelvic appendicite pain may be felt when the thigh is flexed and medially rotated because the obturator internus is stretched. In appendicular dysphagia, chronic appendicitis produces the dysphagia, resembling disease of the stomach, duodenum or the gallbladder. It is due to the passage of the infected lymph to the subpyloric node, which cause irritation of the pylorus. There is history of the early acute appendicitis. So these are the anatomy related to the appendix. Now what is the surgical importance? So during the surgery, so which are the condition there is a indication for the appendicectomy. If there is a surgical anatomy related to the appendicitis, McBurney's point, maximum tenderness, function of this appendix, if the acute appendicitis, problem area in diagnosis and tumor of this appendix. So this clinical condition may lead to this removal of this appendix. Name is given this appendicitis. So surgical anatomy of this appendix, there is a, you see these are the mesoappendix. This one are the blood supply of this appendix. Ileocolic branch of the supramesenteric artery. Position of this appendix can be anywhere on the circumference. Appendicular artery passing behind the ileum. Pelvic position of the appendix close to the fallopian tube, rectum or the ureter. So when appendicitis or the appendix, vermiform appendix, it get inflamed and it at the end artery it become the gangrene. There is a removal of this appendix. This clinical process name is given the appendicitis. The development of this lymphoid tissue in its wall during this childhood suggests may have the immunological function by the secretion of this immunoglobulin. The function of the appendix in the adolescent and the adult is regress, as lymphoid tissue regress in elderly. The appendix lumen obliterated by the fibrosis. So this one are the clinical condition when this lumen is fibrosis or the obliterated. So which are the indication of the appendicitis or the appendectomy? If there is acute appendicitis, is the most common acute surgical emergency of the abdomen. The disease occur at all age but most frequently below the age of 40 years. Especially between the age 8 to 14, it is very rare below the age of 2. The sex ratio is 1:1 prior to the puberty, adult males female 2:1. However, the incidence is decreased for last 10 years. This may be due to the better diagnosis, changing in dietary habit, better nutrition, high vitamin intake and antibiotic. So this are there is a ratio is. So which are the etiology and pathogenesis? The combination of obstruction and infection required to produce acute appendicitis. The common cause of this obstructive appendicitis include swelling of the lymphoid tissue of the appendix, any adhesion, foreign body or the worms. So these are the indication of the appendix. So tumor of the appendix or the cecum, it also one of these indication of this appendicectomy. Once obstruction has occurred, it followed by the distension with secretion and the comparison of the vein draining the appendix. The follow arterial stasis, then infection of the mucosa and invasion of the wall by the bacteria, finally to reach the peritoneal cavity. So these are the clinical condition of the appendicitis. So what is the acute appendicitis? Which are how it is diagnosed of the acute appendicitis. First you take the history of this patient, then clinical examination, and then third one there is a investigation. So these 3 points you can diagnose the acute appendicitis. So neoplasm of the appendix are very uncommon and are usually diagnosed at the operation or the autopsy. Adenocarcinoma and carcinoid tumors, these are the two neoplasm of the appendix. So you see the some important skin area involve the referred vascular pain. So maximum tenderness of the appendix, here this one are the McBurney's point, and it is shift initially the appendix pain is at the umbilical region, then it is shifted to the right iliac fossa. So this one are the some important skin area involved in referred pain. So gallbladder referred pain, there is a tip of the shoulder. Here heart pain referred at the tip of this left side of the shoulder. Esophagus pain, here there is a burning sensation. Here there is a stomach pain is referred. Kidney pain is referred from loin to groin. ureteric stone, referred pain from the anterior to posterior loin to groin. Here there is a referred pain for the urinary bladder. This important skin area involved in referred vascular pain. So you see this first clinical case, 25-year-old medical students come to the OPD with the history of this acute colicky pain around the umbilical region, fever and vomiting. A day before and now pain in this right iliac fossa. So which are the diagnosis of this case? On examination, doctor found the area of maximum tenderness at the McBurney's point. So third question, what is the common incision given by surgeon if surgery is? So incision at the McBurney's point. So here there is a complete the class of this appendix. Thank you.